So the SCG Con just concluded this weekend, but the thing that most people were talking about were not the results. It was, why wasn't there any coverage? Where is the coverage? Why wouldn't you record everything? You know, like this is what paper events are all about. Everyone wants to see the first big paper event. Wasn't just true for Star City Games. MTG Las Vegas will have no video coverage, despite the fact that Flesh and Blood are investing their money into making sure that their game gets the exposure that they need. Magic the Gathering now feels like they don't need it. The cost is higher than the reward. So if we look at what Cedric Phillips had to say about this, there's the number 3, an argument for or against coverage. Let's just briefly look what number 3 is. Number 3... Where's number 3? I gotta go deep. There we go. Where's the coverage? Where's the coverage? Oh, too close. Jason Flats, people want event coverage to exist more than they want to watch it. And that's what Cedric Phillips agrees with. That's it. That's the tweet. People want the event. They're asking for event coverage more than they actually watch it. So in their analytics, it says, hey, you asked for the coverage, we bring you the coverage, but then you don't watch the damn thing. You're going to watch some other Twitch streamer. And you, truth be told, like Cedric talks about this a little bit more. It can be taken numerous ways, but the reality is that people clamor for coverage on social media, but don't watch it when it's available to be consumed. I think coverage is a very good thing for Magic, but if the ends don't justify the means, it's not and shouldn't happen. And by the way, hosting coverage is like tens of thousands of dollars. I think it's like 20 grand a weekend or something like that. It's very expensive. You know, coverage is in, you have to pay everybody who's involved, like Cedric Phillips, Patrick Sullivan, the people behind the scenes operating the tables. There's like, you know, specific table judges for coverage. You got to set up the rigs. You got to pay all the money to transport all the equipment. That's a lot of equipment. And have you ever transported something that's over 50 pounds? It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. Someone from ProLater or UPS should know what I'm talking about. And, you know, there's a response. I think you have to wager the fact that tournaments happen on weekends and people are often busy with other things on weekends. I would watch literally every single round of GP SCG Opens that I cared about, but over the course of the week, after whenever I have time available. Disagree entirely, says Cedric Phillips. People make time for what they care about when they happen. I can compare our coverage numbers from 2012 to 2015. To the years of 2016 to 2019 and see that there's less interest in watching events unfold. There's plenty of evidence that weekends work. Oh, weekends work all right. And I mean, I think personally the biggest problem, well, not problem, this is not really a problem for Magic. There's just so much more content to consume. You know, how many streamers were there between 2012 to 2015? But, like, think of all the content creators, the YouTubers, the streamers these days. Like, Canister or Yellow Hat can easily gain, like, 1,000 viewers, even while probably an SCG is going on at the same time. So, yeah, so they decide, no, there's not going to be coverage for SCG. I mean, I know I registered for Star City Games, I registered for Channel Fireball's Magic the Gathering Las Vegas with the assumption that there was going to be coverage. Like, there was coverage for Flesh and Blood, so why are you not going to have coverage for Magic the Gathering? At least put the camera there. Leave it live for everyone to watch. Now, there is a bit of a sweet ending to this. So we have Corbin Hostler here, who has historically done a lot of coverage for Wizards of the Coast. Was looking for a sponsor to do at least text coverage, social media coverage, deck text and stuff like that for GP Vegas, and found it with the modern Masters of Modern cast. Ugh, if I'm not signed in, this thing doesn't work very well. But anyway, Masters of Modern stepped up. I don't know what they did. Maybe they gave him a room. I don't know if they paid him, but Corbin Hostler will be providing some sort of coverage for Las Vegas. There's going to be like text coverage or something like that. But excellent. We're going to have something. Well, you won't have to just depend on the players' tweets or using hashtag Las Vegas to see what the hell was going on. Excellent. What do you guys think? I think the problem is awareness. Most of the time I learn on Mondays there was a tournament. There you go. You got to know about it in advance. Well, here's the thing. If you're like if you're a Twitch user and you log on Twitch, like Star City Games used to be just at the very top. Oh, there's a Star City Games event. Click on it. Let's go watch the event. Let's spend our whole entire day on Star City Games, right? But anyway, now they're competing with like basically Twitch streamers, and you know, even if the Star City event is going on, you know, if it's not your format, but your streamer's playing your format, like you're really gonna watch Star City Games? Like you could, or you could watch the thing that you really do want to watch. Like Star City Games, they made Standard look interesting, but they have competition. They just have competition. That's why Modern always has the highest views. How there still wasn't a Masters of Modern crossover with Nikachu. We can make anything can happen. Anything can happen. Oh well, Wizards. See, Wizards has historically been bad at announcing big events. Well, like always, they never advertised anything properly. But Star City Games and Channel Fireball, they advertised everything very well. Like they were very good at it. Anyway, so welcome everyone to the morning show where we discuss all things magic. Welcome to Coffee and MTG. I am Nikachu, the Merfolk Master, your host. Good morning. And of course, what's a morning show without sponsors? Also, what's my life without sponsors? FusionGamingOnline.com. What is the deal of the week this week? Save 15% off all gaming accessories. Well, damn it, I was just at Fusion Gaming and I didn't have my picking up cards, and I didn't even bring the parallel lives. I'm still stuck with these parallel lives. I might as well diamond hands the damn things. I might have picked up a boulder. Save 15% off all gaming accessories, apps, binders, card sleeves, deck boxes. Wish I knew when I went there. Or maybe it wasn't available yesterday. Who knows? But don't forget that when you make these purchases, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. It saves you 5% off all your purchases and also supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. And definitely a way to prepare for GP Vegas, because you can test all decks to your heart's content. So long as it's within your ticks limit, I guess. When you find the deck that's right for you, then that's the one that you buy into for GP Vegas, or borrow the cards or whatever. But you don't know until you play test. Time's of the essence. It's coming up in like 2 weeks, which is scary. I don't feel like I have a whole lot of time to prepare. Not a whole lot of time to prepare. But we gotta be prepared. Be prepared. All right. Oh, use coupon code Nikachu, 15% off your first 2 months. What do we got here? Good morning, everyone. Remember, 3 question marks before the question, 3 question marks after the question helps me find your questions amongst all the comments I'm getting on all my social media channels. Is Cedric trying to shame people for not watching it? No, he's just bringing the reality. Reality is people aren't watching coverage, and that's it. You know, people ask for coverage, but look. Everyone's asking for coverage. I think what it is the most devoted people want coverage, and they will watch it, but the devoted people are not large enough. They basically need every generic person playing. Why would Vegas be a cheater's delight? Oh, because there's no video coverage? No, that's not necessarily true. Like, there's still bystanders. There's still judges. They just won't get caught on camera unless someone's recording the match. Chris Williams with the super chat. Thank you very much, Chris. I know you give a lot of super chats. Hopefully they'll make at least one playable vampire in the vampire set. Yeah, I know, right? Man, I mean, this is like Ixalan all over again. In the Merfolk community, there was some stuff that we were interested in, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. You know, what do we got? We sort of got Branchwalker, Mistbinder, Kamena Speaker. Maybe I should try Command a Tyrant of Araska. Maybe it's time for him. That big butt. A big 2/4 butt. Anyway. We gotta wait for the Vampire Fam. Alchemist Gambit in mono red burn. Many times I could have won the game if I had done literally one more point of damage. What is this? Alchemist's Gambit. Sounds like you're gambling. Is it a new one? Here, we're gonna use Google. Yeah. Crimson Vow. Alright, so Alchemist Gambit is red 1. How does this help you, though, in mono red burn? Many times I could have won the game if I had literally one more point of damage, but you wasted your turn. Like, I'm telling you how this card is gonna play out. You're gonna spend all your mana to take another turn, and then you're gonna die. So why don't you just play your burn spells? It's not like you have 5 mana floating that you're hanging around with your burn deck. Anyway, so this is a terrible card in a burn deck. Really bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mareep, why watch people play Magic when you can play Magic? I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, why am I watching these people play Magic? I just play Magic myself. Josh, so does this concern you with the cheating or a lack of exposure? No. I don't care. I've become the cheating guy. I'm the cheating exposed guy. I'm not concerned about like there's gonna be a ramp up in cheating or that it's patrolling the cheating. No, I'm more concerned on exposure. I like watching events, and also I like as a competitor having the chance to be on coverage when I'm doing well. Like it is really dramatic to watch these tournaments play out, especially live. KBG, have you thought about doing a guest episode on a podcast, like one per week? Oh, the one per week is a lot, but I have no problem being guests on podcasts. I have said yes to every offer I've been given, no matter what the channel was. I was on my most recent one. I was on the Cryptic Commanders. It sounds like a commander channel, but it's not. Here, I'm going to show you. The Cryptic Commanders. Or it was the Cryptic Commander. There we go. Oh, that's the last video that was there too. We got 80 views. I might be their best video ever. Oh no, I'm tied with top 5 Kaldheim cards you should have. Damn it. We just need one more view and it's like Modern for beginners. For anyone who hasn't been exposed to Modern before. Hell, maybe you'll just like the video because I'm in it. F it, sell your cards. No one wants to have diamond hands anymore. Diamond hands is like, it's a rarity now. No one knows what diamond hands are. Everyone's made out of paper. Parallel Lives reprint in Standard set could actually be a good thing because a new irrelevance in Pioneer and Standard could push the price even more. For example, Thalia. Is Thalia really going to push? I think there's too many Thalias in circulation for Thalia to have a big jump in price. And is Thalia really going up? I mean, you know what? Thalia is so dead. Okay, we got to go to our most unreliable site for graphs. Thalia, the Guardian. Do I not know how to spell Guardian? I don't. That's pretty flat. Hold on, that's a new one though. Let's look at the old one. Oh man, Thalia, you've had quite the ride. Actually went up a little bit. I think it's just gonna go down. I don't think it could go back up if every deck in Pioneer, and Pioneer is like the next big set. If every deck plays Thalia and Pioneer, it could go up. Will you be going out during Vegas, playing casino games, drinking? Absolutely not. I would like to go back home to Canada, thank you very much. If I get COVID, in the United States, I'm fucked. I will have to play. I would have to pay like some stupid amount of money to the hotels to keep myself there on such short notice. I need a negative COVID test on my way back home, or I'm screwed. Been missing spoilers a couple days. Is there anything interesting? No, actually. There is not. The only thing interesting about the set so far is that everyone's making fun of Cleave like it's kicker. That's basically what it is. It's a really complicated kicker. What is an example here? Let me look for a Cleave card. And you know what? And the professor made a video recently about everything being kicker. I can actually agree with that. Lunar Rejection! Blue and 1 generic. Return target wolf or werewolf creature to its owner's hand. Draw a card. That is so damn narrow. But if you pay the Cleave cost, which basically kicker of 2 more generic mana, you just get to return target creature to its owner's hand and draw a card. Instead, return. So like it's a kicker. It's a really complicated kicker. You got to remove the brackets. It's interesting. Hey, it's my preview card. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast. Free preview card from Wizards of the Coast. Kai, I think coverage for at least first few tournaments would be a good idea, mainly because people are still clamoring for big tournaments who may not be able to make it. Unfortunately, you are not in charge of Star City Games or Channel Fireball. He made a short skit, yes. Do you think MTG has run out of ideas for new mechanics? Nope. No, they have not. They keep bringing out new mechanics. There's like an infinite number of things you can do. They could bring horsemanship back. They could bring banding back. They could bring a fixed banding. They could make fixed banding. Are we doing the hashtag Team Seas gimmick? Oh, we can. If you don't know what Team Seas is, basically, Mark Rober and Mr. Beast are trying to clean the ocean of garbage. So if we are interested in saving the mermaids, you can go to teamseas.org, and every dollar you donate will remove a pound of garbage from the ocean. And beaches! There they are, the handsome devils. Mark Rober's team, 250 pounds, 20 pounds. Awesome. Team Seas! Let's go watch the Cryptic Commanders video and get Nikachu to 81 views. Well, all we need is you. Oh, I was talking about on my podcast. I used to do this. I used to bring people on once in a while. I've definitely fallen out of it. It's okay to bring people on. Like, I don't mind too much. Although I did find that the numbers were always going down whenever I had a guest. It's fine though, because I still like to have like some sort of collaboration. I just didn't put the effort in. It's so much easier for me to just wake up and turn the stream on and then start talking, and then talking about whatever recent events there are. But absolutely, I should bring some more people on. I could do it like more often than what I'm doing right now, because I was doing it before. You know, we had Tom the Boss Ross. We get people like Francisc F. Pavlush. We've had people on this show. It's just been a while. It's just been a while. Vampire's Vengeance can also see play depending on the vampire list. Oh, okay, let's look at this one. And Dexter knows his vampires. Where's a card that's big? Here's a card that's big. Okay. So, red, 2 generic. Vampire's Vengeance deals 2 damage to each non-vampire creature. Create a... Oh, that is pretty good. It is Kozilek's Return for non-vampires. Deals 2 damage to each non-vampire creature. But you have to be in red, but still that's pretty strong. And it's a very light splash. And it's an instant. And you can create a blood token no matter what. That is very good, actually. This is definitely the best vampire card so far. Not exactly, I think, what they're looking for, but in the right metagame. And Kozilek's Return has seen a lot of play over the years. Can definitely be good. Is it just me, or is Crimson Vow quite unexciting? It's okay. It's a set. You know, here's the thing. They're powering down the Magic cards. They heard us loud and clear back in 2019 that, you know, they were ramping up the power a little too much. It's like, whoa, 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 slow down. Is is every set going to be a Master set? What is going on here? What is going on here? So finally, it feels like they're slowing it down. It's all getting powered down. It's going back to the pre 2008 days, or pre 2019. 2019, I think 2019 was the first. Yeah, that was Modern Horizons 1. Maybe they're keeping best Vance for last. Honestly, usually if there's something good, they like to showcase it immediately to get everyone hyped up. They don't like to throw out the garbage first. It's like, look at this great card. It's amazing. Expect all sorts of other good stuff for the rest of the spoiler season. And also, Blood Vial Purveyor. Alright. I depend on you people for looking at these spoilers. Blood Vial Purveyor. Can you guys see this? I don't think you can see it. Open image, a new tab. We got the new tab. We're going to zoom in. We've got here a black 2 generic 5. Wow, it's very big. A very big boy. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player creates a blood token. Well, that's not great. Whenever a Blood Purveyor attacks, it gets +1/+0 for each blood token. Oh, that's interesting. That is a good finisher, and that is a very big body. It is very unfortunate that it doesn't get out of range of Unholy Heat, but at the same time, I don't think anything should be getting out of range of Unholy Heat. The day they make things big enough to get out of range of Unholy Heat, we're all screwed. It's all over. And where will Nikachu get content for the MTG cheater videos? Yeah, if there's no coverage, I'm gonna be, the well will run dry eventually. The well will run dry. Uri, I was looking at Boros and Mono Red burn decks, and I didn't see any Ragavans in the side or main. Yeah, because it's not a haste creature. Now there has been some burn decks. Well, you're looking at, yeah, Mono Red. I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. I don't even think Ragavan is the thing you want. I mean, assuming you can get Delirium off, I think Dragon Rage Chandler is fine in a burn deck for Mono Red because you know, for every spell that you cast, you're digging for the good stuff. But I don't think Ragavan's mandatory at all in a Mono Red deck. Also, okay, maybe that's the theory. But maybe there's another explanation for this. Why are you Mono Red? It might be because you're on a budget. You can't afford the Shocklands, the Fetch lands, the Horizon lands, and all the other pieces to the burn deck. So if you can't afford Boros burn, you probably cannot afford the Ragavans. What is going on here? What is going on? Oh, we have a hater! We got a hater! I don't know who you are. Alright, we time you out. And you come back, you're banned. We ban people around here. Oh, and we have other ones. We have mods on. Oh, and do we need more mods? Hold on. Hold on. I don't think we have enough mods on Nikachu MTG streams. Hold on. So, okay, I'm going to... We have enough mods on We're gonna make mods. Alright, who needs to be mod now? Or did I make a bunch of mods? We do have actually mods here. I have more mods than I think I have. We're gonna make Monster CC a mod. You've been here for forever. How do I make you mod? Damn it, I have the... Oh, I'm not logged in under... Switch my account. Logged in under... Just taking a second to make some mods. We're gonna put more odds, more mods. Never have enough mods. Here are gold medals. You're always around here. Boom. Okay, I made a few more. Yeah, you did hear 2 Nikachus because I have to literally open my own stream. And you want to be a mod? All right, let's make Trevor Justo. You better be a good mod. You are here. Okay, I've handed out enough modderships to everybody. Don't let me down. Screw the stupid people. It's funny, we're big enough that we can get spammers. And hate raids, too. We got a hate raid once. That was amazing. Belgium does make the best quality MTG cards, though, so hats off there. I have no idea where the hell that came from. Was there some conversation about Belgium? What is this Belgium shit spewing on in the chat? They are very famous for their chocolates and their magic cards. Yeah, the Belgium cards currently stand at a higher quality than the American cards. Well, the American cards have been curling and all that. The Belgium cards are in pristine position or pristine condition. Powering things down doesn't matter anymore as long as the old fire cards are allowed to stay. It's true. They're going to get... But... You know, whatever modern is right now, and to an extent legacy is right now, it's probably not going to get worse. So if you can enjoy the format as it is right now, then good. Is there any benefits to getting into legacy compared to modern in paper, since there isn't much support for legacy overall? No, there is like no reason to get into... The only reason you'd want to get into paper legacy is if you have a very strong legacy community, because that is a very hard community to build, because unless everyone wants to play with 100% proxies, it's basically impossible to get into the format, and it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse over time. Thoughts on Ascendant Pack Leader being the one-drop Wolf Dex need? The Ascendant Pack Leader. Legacy is almost... I like how you put it. Legacy is almost as expensive as modern. Alright, we got the Ascendant Pack Leader. Oh! Oh, that's not bad. Okay, green 1-2-1. Alrighty, I'm pretty impressed. So long as there's no stupid crap coming after that. Like, you know, it has some downside for being a 2-1. Anyway, Ascendant Pack Leader enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if you control permanent with mana value 4 or greater. So it becomes a 3-2 if you have, like, Huntmaster of the Fells out. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Ascendant Pack Leader. I think this is pretty meh. Like, it's very poor early on, and it's going to be relatively mediocre later on in the game. But if we're talking about werewolf playables, this probably is on the better end of it. But I was expecting more. You know what? It would still be a problem because I need to play Merfolk with power, like mana value 4 or greater. That's tough. You gotta, like, I have to put, like, a bunch of garbage in the deck. I have to put a bunch of really expensive garbage in the deck just to pump up my tiny creature. Like, they work against each other. I gotta play with a bunch of really chunky cards to help buff up my early 1-drop. Master Waves is the best 4-drop. Well, once upon a time. Yeah, exactly. When am I going to bring back the talks with the deck? Well, here's actually a problem. There aren't many deck masters left. People have just abandoned their decks for the most part. There are still some, you know, but like, you know, you even look at someone like Doom Switch, who is a blue-white control master. He plays like Murktide and all the other decks now. So he's not so glued to control like he used to be. So there actually is a problem for the deck masters. Last Modern Horizons, I mean, if you could say something about the power level of the last few years, that it's finally made some people quit. Although it's not like Doom Switch didn't need to quit. Blade Control is still alive and strong, even to today. Ascendant Pack Leader and Fury and Solitude. Oh, you mean for, like, buffing up our pack leader? I guess that counts. Okay, I guess that counts. But it comes at quite a cost. I guess if we're playing with Ephemerate, maybe it'll end up being worth it. What about Leyline of the Wolf? I'm not sure what this is. What is my ideal? It's the Champion of the Parish Merfolk. I say that a million times. Champion of the Parish Merfolk. Give me a Champion of the Parish Merfolk. That is my ideal 1-drop. Or something similar to that. You know, I would accept something like... Maybe I wouldn't accept this, but, like, it would be better than nothing. It would be some sort of Merfolk that gets +1/+1 for each other Merfolk that's in play. So if I play... it's like a 1-drop, and then if I play Lord of Atlantis, it's immediately a 3/3, and then if I get another creature in play, then it's like a 4/4. Like if I play Silvergill Adept, it gets larger. I think I could accept that. I think. I plan on playing Cultivator Colossus in Modern with Abundance. Thoughts? What does this have to do? I'm assuming this is Colossus. You're the Titan Shift player who made the great Titan Shift deck. Cultivator Colossus, 7 mana for an XX card. Trample. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. You're going to put this in your Titan Shift deck? When it enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this process. That's hilarious. If you don't have enough lands, you can get even more. So basically, it lets you, like, just draw into a non-land spell while putting lands onto the battlefield. And then you're going to use with Abundance. Abundance. This card, literally Abundance. If you would draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land and reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and put all other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. How does this work? How does this work? Okay, so you're gonna draw a card. If you draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land and reveal cards on the top of your library to reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card in your hand, put all the other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. What's the combo here? You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this Oh, so you can draw all your lands? Is what you're telling me? So you're just choosing lands and you put all lands from your deck onto the battlefield. Oh, so that's like an alternate way to win with Scapeshift. So not Scapeshift, Valakut. I was thinking, how do you draw all your non-lands? But you don't want to draw all your non-lands. Yeah, you play every land in the deck. You get all the lands in your deck. Stack the deck of lands. And then you'll get one non-land card at the end of it. Have you considered to start or join a podcast? Your thoughts and knowledge of Modern are good. This is my podcast. It's basically a podcast. If this isn't a podcast, I don't know what is. But, like, I'm not going to say the podcast territory is saturated, but it's definitely not something I want to put, like, a lot of time into. Me just improvising this every morning, that's good enough for me, and it works. It works. Abundance sculpts the perfect scenario of vomiting the lands. When you practicing for Vegas? This Saturday only? You might start seeing me stream randomly in the evening. Maybe not starting today, but maybe tomorrow. And then Friday. And then definitely we're going to play like almost all day Saturday. Well, for the Modern Challenge on Saturday. And then, what else? And then, yeah, and then when we're getting close to Vegas, I will start like jamming like crazy. To get the perfect deck. What metagame is E-Tron good against compared to G-Tron for Modern? A metagame that's weak to Chalice on 1 is basically it. Which surprises me that we don't see that as much Eldrazi-Tron right now as we should, because I think the format is relatively weak to Chalice of the Void. But there is a problem that I think every deck weak to Chalice has a good answer to Chalice. Like, they either bounce it with Petty Theft or they get rid of it with Prismatic Ending. So currently every deck weak to Chalice has an answer to Chalice, which sucks. That has not been traditionally true. If there's something awkward, like, Chalice is supposed to keep in check the stupid decks, but if the stupid decks are playing answers to Chalice and natural answers, then that's not good. What I can say though, so like the reason Blue White Control I think has so much strength, is doing so well, is A, they can get Chalice out, but they can defend it really well with counterspells. With Counterspell, Archmage's Charm, Force of Negation, Cryptic Command, they don't have a problem defending their Chalice of the Void. Getting a hold of M. Hayashi is harder than finding and creating a creator of Bitcoin. No, you know what? I want to have M. Hayashi on the show, but he's not available in the morning is the problem, and I don't want to do this more than 5 days a week. I love M. Hayashi, but my Saturdays are off, and I stream gameplay on Sundays. Would you stream the challenge? Yeah, of course. But I do it with a hand blocker. Why? Because they're cheaters. Those players are such fucking scum online. Not everybody, but like, it's probably the people who don't say hi, good luck to me in chat. I'll say hi, good luck before every match. And if they don't say it, that's because they don't like me. And they're gonna stream, they're gonna ghost me. They're gonna ghost me. It's very established now that all the streamers are getting ghosted. And they don't even like streaming the challenges. But I'm willing to do it with a hand blocker. And I get a good viewership anyway, even with the hand blocker. It's like, hey, we don't know what's gonna happen. Can't see what's in the opponent's hand, can't see what's in Nikachu's hand. So it's actually still relatively good content anyway. But I will try to set up another OBS to record without the hand blocker. I tried to do it once before and I screwed it up. Hopefully I won't screw it up this time, so that like people can watch round by round afterwards. Every day I think about it, will there be more Urborg lands? Yes, there probably will. They'll probably make an Urborg land for maybe not red, but the white one there'll probably be an Urborg for white. There will definitely not be one for blue. I can't remember. I think there was some very good reason why they will never do it for blue. Oh, because of Acid Rain. No, it was because of Choke and Acid Rain and Boil. They don't. Yeah, so they won't. create... They won't give us... Imagine you're playing against someone who plays with the, I don't know, the City of Atlantis, the blue Urborg. And they also play Boyle in the same deck. That's not good. That's not going to be fun. End of turn, Boyle. Blow up all the lands at once. So because of cards like this, they're not going to make them. We don't have Acid Rain in Modern. Destroy all forests, so that's why they could make the Yavimaya one. And this is reserve list anyway. So what do we... What is Flash Fires? Flash Fires. Is that the one destroy? Yeah, destroy all planes. So this is in Modern, which means we won't get a white Urborg. So maybe we could get a red one. Is there a Destroy All Mountains? Is there a destroy... Like, so, like, R&D said this. I think it was, like, Aaron Forsyth says, we'll never fulfill the Urborg cycle because of these cards. No, is there like is there a Destroy All Mountains card? I know City Atlantis would be hot. Red one won't happen because of Valakut? So what? Oh, I see. Maybe that's just strong enough. It'd be just too good a synergy. I don't know if it would. We already have Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Who cares? Oh, Volcanic Eruption? I don't know how to spell Eruption, apparently. Not modern or legal, but destroy X target mountains. Volcanic Eruption deals 1 damage to each creature and player for each mountain put into a graveyard in this way. I think they'd be okay with making a red Urborg in this case. But white Urborg off the table. Blue Urborg definitely off the table. Yeah, Dryad is a stupid card. Hate that card. Dryad is, of the Elysian Grove is easier to kill than a land, even by legacy standards. Blackvic, based on your experience on the deck, do you think vampires in Modern could be played on a splash to white or red? I think they're both... I don't feel strongly about either one of them. It might be a little bit easier to do with white because I think there's more useful white cards for vampires, but I don't feel strongly about this opinion. Yeah, Titan would get the mountain, Urborg. Well, they already have Dryad, though. You know, I would gladly exchange. You get red Urborg, but we take out Dryad of the Elysian Grove out of the format. Make a trade. Karen, what do you think about Henrika Domnathi? Is this a new one? Henrika Domnathi. Ooh, this is a new Planeswalker. Oh, is it like... Was it just spoiled like a second ago or something? I'm getting all this stuff 1 minute ago. So I'm going to find out what this card is all about in 1 second. We're all going to figure it out. Oh, it's not a Planeswalker. I thought it was it just had a fancy frame. I thought it was a Planeswalker. All right, Henrika Domnathi. Legendary Vampire. 4 mana for a 1/3 creature. What are you, nuts? It's a flip card, though, I guess. Flying at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Each player sacrifices a creature, you draw a card, and you lose 1 life, and transform Henrika Domnathi at the beginning of combat on your turn. So you get to use this immediately. Each player sacrifices a creature, you draw a card. It's like... Isn't this like a Rankle? Okay, what's the other side? Shit, I don't have another. Henrika Domnathi. I guess this is the other side? No. Where's the other side, damn it? I don't get it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Henrika Infernal Seer, flying death touch, lifelink. Each creature you control with flying, you have to pay black 1 generic. Each creature you control with flying death touch and or lifelink gets +1/+0 until end of turn. I don't really like it. What is so much better about this Rankle Master of Pranks? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, but it has flying and haste, so it's very likely to deal combat damage. Each player discards a card, each player loses a life, draws a card, and each player sacrifices a creature. But this is a vampire. I think this is just a bit expensive. Flying, death touch, lifelink. The other side's not too bad. Rankle, but bad actually. Yes, if Spice 8 Rack were to talk about Henrika Infernal Seer. Is Rankle even playable? I haven't seen him at all. Yeah, I have seen Rankle in Modern a few times. Not often, but a few times. Saw a lot of play in Pioneer though. This was a big Pioneer card. I saw this card a lot in Pioneer before Pioneer went. It was from Throne of Eldraine. Price sort of reflects it. Look, it's an $18 card. People like this card. People like their Rankles. You're right. It's time for Decklist review. All right, you heard the music. Now you know it's time for Decklist review. So if you want your Decklist reviewed, go into my description. There's a link to my Discord. Join the Discord. Then go find the channel Decklist review. Enter the command !review deck space. Give the URL to your decklist. And you'll be eligible at random for Decklist review. And enjoy the good music. Bye-bye. I know Decklist review isn't for everyone. I can tell because 30% of you leave. Oh yeah, yeah, so who got fucked yesterday? Hold on. Did they resubmit the deck list is the big deal. Okay, hold on. So I have to look. It was Vegan Economist. Vegan Economist, did you resubmit your deck? You did. Vegan Economist, you gotta thank Trevor because thank Aztec guy. No, who said who? Who reminded me? Aztec guy saved your ass. All right. Okay, let's see if this works now. Make sure it is public. Landfall Zoo. All right, so what's the deal is Vegan Economist was chosen yesterday, but the deck list was not public, so we couldn't see we couldn't see shit. So this is this was randomly chosen yesterday, but we just couldn't see it, so we're making up for the lost deck list today. All right, so what is this? Landfall Zoo. We have 2 Ren and 6, Akum Hellhound, Elemental Dog. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Akum Hellhound gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Elvish Reclaimer, Step Links, and Brushfire Elemental. So you're all in on the land drops. Astral Assault Strobe, scale up. Target creature gets double strike until end of turn. Okay. Ground Swell, make this thing even bigger. Path to Exile to Atarka's command. 4 Skyclave Pickaxe. What the hell is this? There's the battlefield. Attach it to target creature you control. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, equipped creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. I don't know if this one's worth it. Rich Doy says, did I do anything for Halloween? I streamed. That's what I did for Halloween. We had our stream on Sunday. Oh shoot, I don't think I... Wait, whatever. I gotta make a reminder that to publish one of the gameplay videos for tomorrow. Or maybe I had it published. I didn't give it a thumbnail. Okay, so here's my thoughts on this so far. Your deck is relatively dependent on the creatures being alive. I would have something to protect the creatures, and maybe it's this. I'm not impressed by this. You shouldn't... You're already going to do pretty well with all your creatures being the big buffers, so I don't think you need this. I would prefer to have a card like... what can we use to protect? Not Vines of the Vastwood, but like Blossoming Defense. Maybe I don't... Defense. Maybe we don't need this, because you might just want to like go wide with all these creatures, just have as many as possible. I don't know if the Elvish Reclaimer is necessary, because you don't have anything like good to get, to be honest. Like, it's just lands. I mean, maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's good enough. You pay 2, sack, get a but it's a fetch land. They all come into play tapped. So I don't think this has good enough synergy either. If I were you, I would find a 4th. Is there a... Maybe there isn't a 4th landfall creature. Maybe this is everything that we have to work with. Is there not like a 4th landfall creature? Is Path still relative? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. What about the 2-drop from Honor Horizons that has attack, discard, draw, or exile from graveyard? What is it though? So here's one of two. You have one of two options. Play some spells that can protect the few important creatures that you have. Or you have enough big creatures that you don't even care. Plated Geopede has 2 CMC. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Maybe instead of... You know what? And you're in the colors. Just get rid of Elvish Reclaimer and play this thing. And in that case, I think you have enough creatures that you just try to power through all your opponent. Well, Lotus Crobat gains mana, but doesn't get through any damage. So I think Plated Geopede is actually perfect for this deck. What is this? It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. It's quite strong. And has haste. Steplinks is just landfall, and this is also just landfall. It's just red Steplinks. So I would actually replace the Reclaim. I think Reclaimer is very clunky in this deck, to be honest. Very, very clunky. I know you get like landfalls over and over again. If you want another if you want a Reclaimer, you should have more Ren and 6s. And that might be very painful for me to tell you this, because you have to dish out like another $200 or something like that. Narnum Renegade? Narnum Renegade doesn't get that big. Like, yeah, it has a Revolt trigger, but I don't think we should be looking at Revolt. This is a landfall deck. This is not a deck that's trying to leverage Revolt or anything like that. But I think if you wanted... Because I know you know what you want to do with Elvish Reclaimer, right? Is you want to put lands in play. And ideally fetch lands. But I think Ren and 6 does a better job. It can go +1, doesn't soak up your mana. You get a fetch land from the graveyard, replay the fetch land, crack it, and you get, I think, more value than an Elvish Reclaimer does. Because all you do is sack a land and put 1 land in play, whereas Ren and 6 lets you put a fetch land in play, you get double the triggers on the same turn. Some more lands, maybe? This is a very low to the... No, the 21 lands is a lot. This is like, look at the mana cost of this deck. It's mostly 1-drops and 2-drops. So I would replace Elvish Reclaimer with Plated Geopede. I would replace also some, or maybe some Elvish Reclaimers with maybe 1 to 2 more Ren and 6s. 10 out of 21 fetches surely go up to the full 12. You got to make sure that you have something to fetch though, right? And you remember, we're going to use Ren and 6 to repeat the fetch lands over and over and over again. What are the alternate win conditions of the... Nothing. You attack with creatures. Oh yeah, no, neither Reliquary is way better than Elvish Reclaimer. Well, I mean, this is a 1-drop. It's, you know, you're low to the ground. All right, so let's talk. I might replace. I don't feel strongly about this, but maybe replace Path to Exile with Prismatic Ending. Your deck is really weak to Chalice of the Void, and you need some answer to it. And you should at least have Prismatic Ending somewhere in the 75. You have to have it. What does Renegade Rallier do to this deck? What, you want to put a fetch land back onto the battlefield? If a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, return target permanent card with convert mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's okay, but it's not that great. Oh yeah, you can't play Knight and Lurrus. They're playing with Lurrus in the sideboard. That's a good one. I believe in this. I still would prefer you have some, like, Tarkus Command is fine. Groundswell is fine. I'd still prefer... I don't know about this card. So maybe this can be some number of, like, Wrenn and 6s. And maybe another Path. Maybe... Are we running the lands that destroy other lands in search for basics? Are we talking about a Field of Ruin? Field of Ruin would be too clunky for this deck. We're very dependent on our colored sources. Oh yeah, maybe we should have Bolt. Maybe Bolt is just good. Maybe Bolt is better than Skyclave Pickaxe. And I would say... I don't want to say Path to Exile is terrible. I mean, there's some big stuff out there, like Murktide Region and stuff. So I don't want to say Path to Exile is terrible. But definitely, you need Prismatic Ending. You fold, like, a lawn chair to, like, Chalice of the Void on 1 and then Chalice on 2. Too expensive. I can't play Lurrus when you play that. And I don't even think the card is mandatory. Renegade enables you to have 4 landfall triggers in the same turn. Yes, it's possible. Fetch, get the land. Renegade Rallier, fetch, get the land again. Well, I mean, maybe it's something that can be thought about. And that's a value-oriented card as well, which you can bring back like one of your 1-drops if you really wanted to. But I mean, I believe in Lurrus. Oh yeah, you can randomly path your own creatures for landfall triggers. That's actually clever tech. So you can go wide with your creatures, and then whatever gets blocked, path your own creature to buff up your other creatures. Okay, so let's say we keep Path to Exile. Let's say we keep 3 Path. We gotta put Prismatic Ending somewhere in here. Shaper Sanctuary is pretty good. Cinder Vines. Oh, maybe you have an answer. You're just gonna use Cinder Vines? Whenever opponent sacrifices it, destroy target artifact or enchantment, deals 2 damage to that burn. Okay. Okay. So my only suggestions, remove the Reclaimer, add some Wrens, also I think Plated Geopede. Like 2 to 4 of these. And maybe remove the Skyclave Pickaxe. I think this is just overkill. You should just have more creatures than the Skyclave, than to play Sky. Because this is effectively like another creature, right? I think Dryad Arbor is a liability in this deck. It's not necessary. It's just like a really slow land. Yeah, so Skyclave Pickaxe. Turn this into like Lightning Bolt. Maybe 3 to 4 Lightning Bolts, and you can put another Path to Exile here. Or another Natarka's Command. This is a very unique deck, though. This is very unique. Interesting, you have no basic planes. I guess it's not great. It makes it harder for you to cast Cinder Vines against a Blood Moon, but I guess it's not that important. Anyway, I like Temur Battle Rage. Or is this? I like Temur Battle Rage over the Strobe for Trample. Your guys will be big. Salt Strobe gains double strike until end of turn. I think that's a good suggestion. I'll just say that. I think that's a good suggestion. I'm not going to say they have to change this, but... So my hope is that this deck will have enough creatures on the battlefield that they can just go wide for victory. That's my hope. They can just go wide for victory. But if not, yeah, I don't think it's hard to exchange Assault Strobe for Temur Battle Rage. I don't think it's hard at all. Alright, this is a cool deck. Thanks for sharing it. cool stuff. We got Larsa, 86. Congratulations, you're the next contestant on Decklist Review. Needs flagstones and ghost quarter? Nah, didn't need that. Didn't need that. Synergy. Zombieland! Oh, we got a zombie deck. Carrion Feeder, Champion of the Perished, Crypt Breaker, Gravecrawler, Lazatep Reaver. I don't even know what this is. ETB with Amass 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. That's not too bad, just to put like random stuff on the battlefield. Relentless Dead, Undead Augur, Death Baron, skeletons you control, and other zombies you control. Get +1/+1 and have Death Touch. Diregraph Colossus. Fatal Push, Infernal Grasp, destroy target creature. You lose 2 life. You know what? This card might be more relevant than I think. Do we not have like a Doomblade? Well, I mean, it just destroys black creatures. Do we need to destroy black creatures right now? Is Death Shadow still a problem? Hunter, have you considered doing the thing I absolutely despise, making clickbaity video titles while content is clips of answers to interesting questions? Tantoro, the answer is not only yes, but it's coming. For only 12 people are subscribed so far because they were part of my Discord, but there's a new Nikachu MTG channel coming up. There's a new it's probably going to go up today because I'm going to be putting up hold on, I'll get back to the deck list. Where is it? On this pad of note paper. You don't see it here because it just has pictures of bunnies on it. Is the top 10 decks to beat for November 2021 for Modern. Video going to be made today. Probably go up either today or tomorrow. So for everyone. Oh, you're gonna okay. If you you guys want to know it? Okay, hold on. I'll share it with you. I don't know. I don't even know if it's gonna show up in search. I can't even find my channel. Okay, hold on. This channel has nothing on it so far. Okay, here it goes. And it's basically going to be a channel where I can put a lot of basically crap. Like a bunch of stuff that I don't think is worthy of my main channel, but also is like too short form content for this channel. It needs to have one keep to show on search. Yeah, so I need like 100 subscribers, I think, for the channel. So the first 12, I know who you are. I know Lord Magicus was number 8 because he wants to have the codename Snowman, which is not much of a code name after I have revealed it. So anyway, that is the new channel, Nikachu MTG News. Same sponsors, but well, the reaction content is going to be still for the main channel. Nothing's going to change there. But anyway, I might clip stuff from these shows and then post it there. I might. I don't know what I'm going to do. But basically, it's a place that I'm going to spam, you know, just random stuff. For people who don't want to watch a full-length stream. Anyway, back to the zombie deck. Castle Lothwain, Fabled Passage. What is this? It's modern? I would just have a swamp. Like, what do you need? Oh, you want a Fatal Push to go off. Damn. To be honest, this won't be terrible because you're playing with 22 lands, so the odds that you have this is your 4th land is probably pretty high. But this is not great either. Technically, are you on a budget? Trying to get a cheap zombie deck for modern with good synergy. Maybe Jadar for Lazatep. Relentless Dead was too clunky. Yeah, I don't like I'm never a fan of Relentless Dead because it's pretty mana intensive. But you have 22 lands in this deck, so maybe it's not terrible either. Well, Bloodstain, I don't think Bloodstain is still like at least $10, right? What's Bloodstain, Meyer? $41. Couldn't retrieve prices. Why don't we have prices? Anyway, it's not cheap. Very, very expensive. Isn't Prismatic Vista also expensive? Come on, don't you know what the price of fetch lands are? Oops. Look, this is $31. Look, my man's happy here. Four Fabled Passage for $23. They're very happy. They're very, very happy. we're not gonna get them to spend $120 for a fetch land to turn Fatal Push online. Naxtra's like Marsh Flats then. Just keep going down all the black fetch lands. You could replace Relentless Dead if you want. You could also sell your Relentless Dead and buy some real fetch lands, apparently. Wow, Relentless Dead is very expensive. People just really believe in this zombie. It is not that great. It's really not that great. But my biggest problem with Relentless Dead was always because I never had enough mana available, and you're a 22 land deck, so you actually might have more mana available than normally, like a person normally would. Like it says, when Relentless Dead dies, you can pay a black. If you do, return it to its owner's hand, and then you got to recast it again, which is annoying. Whenever Relentless Dead dies, you may pay X. If you do, return another target zombie creature with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that could end up being like Carrion Feeder. You could end up doing both. You know what I mean? So, and you have a lot of 1-drops. So, I mean, but I'm not high on Relentless Dead. Most of my zombie decks never played this thing. I played with it once, and it was like, wow, it's... Because you usually want to use your mana to cast new creatures, not recast, or like get your Relentless Dead back and recast it. It felt like a big waste of time in Modern. So, I mean, this is definitely cuttable. I have no... Let's see, Pithing Needle, Shambling Ghast. I think this should be in the main deck or not at all. Like, I'm not... This is not a sideboard card. I think you should just remove it. Damping Sphere, Meat Hook, Ashiok, Dream Render, Leyline of the Void. Why don't you have... I constantly suggest this. Probably Void Mirror should be in your sideboard. To give you game against... mostly the Cascade decks, but a little bit against Eldrazi-tron. Well, there's no Vial in here, unfortunately. I've got my slightly better Evolving Wilds and $120 in the bank. No, $100, because we're saving the playset of fetch lands were $120 for the Vista. But we spent 20 on our Fabled Passages. Will Forn Tormod's Crypt trigger Fatal Push? It will. It will, actually. Yep, any permanent leaves the battlefield. Sell your bulk rares so you can get them. Sell your collection. Step 1, sell whatever you own. What else can we use in the sideboard here? Because I definitely want to remove all... I don't really believe in this card as a sideboard card. Zeron Orb? That's an interesting suggestion with Gravecrawler. Gain some life. I don't hate it. I don't think it's mandatory, but I don't hate it. What is this? The Meat Hook Massacre. Whenever you creature you control dies, each opponent loses life, whenever creature your opponent control dies, you gain life. That's... I guess it's okay. Oh yeah, Thoughtseize. Okay, those are expensive. How about this? Because this is definitely a budget deck. We'll play with Duress. It's not too bad. So play with a few Duresses instead of Shambling Ghast. I guess 2 duresses because you don't have room for anything else. Okay, you could go 4 duress or 2 duress to you go 4 duress or 2 duress to void mirrors. Doesn't Shambling Ghast combo with Liliana untouched by death? Maybe, but you have to play Liliana. Put top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. If at least one of them was a zombie card, each opponent loses 2 life. The target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where the X is not. You may cast zombie cards to your graveyard this turn. I don't get it. You mean you -3? Well, Bloodghast is expensive. And it's not a zombie. Believe it or not, Bloodghast is not a zombie. This is not a zombie, it's a vampire. Weird, huh? Sell the meat hook, get the fetches. How much is the meat hook? Holy God! It's $40. I wouldn't even say this is an amazing card in the sideboard. I don't even know what you want this for. Each creature, like, you might nuke all your creatures. Yeah, what is this for? Maybe get rid of this and put another duress in your sideboard and put the money towards, I don't know, something else in this deck. Anyway, I think that's all the feedback I have. Hopefully that was useful. All right, everyone, that's it for Coffee and MTG. I'll check out how many subs do we have for Nikachu MTG News now? Oh, boom! We got a lot of subs now. We're at 37. Once I hit 100, I can have a custom name for the channel, which will just be Nikachu MTG News. So that will be the place for all the deck techs. So the point is, or maybe I'll put it back on here. So this is going to be the new home for all deck tech videos, meta-analysis videos, random thoughts that I have, and then maybe clips from the stream. So like, yeah, people ask questions, and I'll have the clickbaity title, and it'll just be a good way to spam, you know, for everyone who doesn't love, who just wants highlights from the streams. That will be the place to go to. But anyway, that's going to be it for Coffee and MTG. As we do, remember, we do this Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. So I didn't get your comments, questions, or deck list. There's always another day, another cup of coffee to be had. If you love the stream, want to support the channel, you can drop a sub at twitch.tv/NikachuMTG. You can become a patron at patreon.com, or you can hit the join button on YouTube. So again, thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. And as usual, keep brewing up that coffee, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care.